Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to some more Let's Play Pathologic. In the last video, we picked the Bachelor as a character that we decided to play this game as. And we've arrived at this city, whose name I've forgotten. We have met with the person that we wanted to see, a gentleman who lived for an extremely long time. And it looked like he might have continued to do so, was he not, according to his brother, murdered. We are now going to investigate this murder and see who did it. In part because our life's work, our desire to... Where are we? I'm approaching the polyhedron. This is not where I want to go. I want to go in the other direction, up to this location. Right, so our life's work has been attempting to find a cure to death itself. Not a disease, not an ailment, but the actual condition of humans just dying. Our research has been deemed heretical and has been frowned upon by most of, it sounds like, the scientific community. Am I going the right way? I am. However, we were still attempting to get things done. It sounded like our laboratory was also being closed down. I suppose the fruits of our labors have produced no actual fruit. Anything I can do for you? Tell me about the town hall. The town hall is the most useless place in the whole town. I'm telling you. The only thing it's good at taking up is space. It's the most prominent building in the backbone. Sinister. And still useless. Why useless? Because we are ruled by the, well, rulers. There are no officials around here, and no need for them too. You want to know what's up there in the town hall? The post office and the jail. Nothing more. It's fine. They'll finally repurpose the building someday. Turn it into a school, maybe? Whatever the facility, it would still be a better use. I see. How do I get to the backbone? How come you still haven't got a map? You're lost for good without one. The backbone is in the knots. That's the middle part of the districts, between the gullet and the guzzle. Much obliged. None of you guys can see it, but in front of me, I actually have a book now, and I'm going to, at the end of each episode, I'm going to be rewatching it. Hello? What is this? A needle, a large sewing needle. Such needles may be of interest to children because local tradition prohibits them from owning any sharp objects. Guess over here we might as well fill up that one bottle we had. So this is the knots. This is the guzzle. This is the gullet. I think is what they're talking about. So I have a book, so I'm going to be rewatching this and beginning to take notes. This book of mine, I didn't show it when I did my hello video, but I like keeping notes for older games because there isn't much of a quest log or what have you for them, and I get confused very easily, and I'm very absent-minded. I forget quests, I forget who's... I forget what I'm supposed to be doing, what people have even told me, and so on. This, no, he can stay. he can do his walking. And so I find I do better when I begin to keep track of things. In particular, things people have told me, where things are, etc., etc. I've also got some tips from Bruno. Thank you, Bruno, very much. He let me know that I want to search like every single trash can I come across, which is fine with me. It's just that's just a click to figure out what's in it. If we find anything, we'll totally take it. My heart is crying for my poor children. How are my dearest doing? Is everything all right? Oh, woman's share is hard. You've got a curious town here. I've never expected to see something like this in such a remote place. Everyone's tired of the endless construction work. We want some quiet. Is there a lot of construction going on? Not a lot, but I cannot shrug away the feeling that the world is changing all too quickly. The rulers invite architects from the capital, and they turn everything upside down. It's fun for the children, but a torment to us. You have a very tidy little town. I haven't seen something like this for a long time. I wonder if we can fill the bottles with any different things. Oh, we have different music playing, I guess, because we're in a different part of town. Another bottle. We're taking all the bottles. Do we have, like, a weight limit we're allowed? Ooh, I like the sound of the frogs. Yeah, I like that. Look, where's my inventory really quick? What do we have? We have 5 bottles of water. I don't think we have an inventory weight limit, but it looks like we have a space limit. Yeah, so Bruno suggested I hobo it up, which is something I probably would have done anyway. So we will totally do that. Oh, this is a good opportunity for me to check. Is a straight razor a weapon? It is not. Okay, we have a 50% scalpel as a weapon, but that's it. What building is this I'm looking at? It is nothing. Is this other building a shop? I want to know why some buildings are different colors on the map. Yes, this is apparently a shop. I see a picture of a cow's head. Maybe they sell meat here. I can't go in that entrance. It is 9 o'clock. Hello, sir. You are selling a cracker, a piece of dried bread. Not very nutritious, but it can be stored for a long time. The town doesn't have a bakery. The townsfolk bake their own bread, while the dwellers of the Termitari make unleavened cakes. Lately, there hasn't been any fresh bread because of flour shortages. Oh, okay, so we only take one of them. An egg. A fresh quail egg. Very nutritious. Especially good for an organism weakened by a serious illness. Chickens and chicken eggs are becoming rare nowadays, so the townspeople are eating quail eggs. We'll take that as well. Milk. A bottle of cow's milk. Be careful with this product. Milk is very good for one's health, but its origin means there is always a big risk. Women say that recently cows have been producing a clear ichor, and dark clots have been found in steamed milk. Farm animals cannot be trusted these days. That doesn't sound like something I want to take if I can avoid it. Vegetables. Preserved vegetables. The jars are, as you can see, not labeled. At the warehouses, the jars were packed together in crates, preventing a mix-up. But this is stolen goods. This jar could contain tomatoes, young onion bulbs, peppers, or beans. All are good for one's health in different measure. We'll take that too. And can I sell something? All right, Tim. And Tim, remember the prices. I'm going to hover over these really quick for my own notes for later, so I see how much each of these cost. I'm gonna hover over 2 of these things, or a handful of these things, just so I get an idea of the price of how much things are worth. Okay, and I want to do that trade. Do I hit enter? Did that do it? It did not. All right. How do I buy these? Okay, this little button up here, that V button. And I purchased it with some of my money. All right. Thank you, sir. And Tim, this is where the shop is. Because I will totally draw this exact map so I know where everything is. Because I'm obsessed with things like that. If you watch my Hello video, you've already seen the amount of detail I put into my Dungeons & Dragons campaign. I do that amount of detail for some games like this that I would play. This would be a good town to actually make for my campaign anyway. The Lump, the Oglamaski's mansion, home to Big Vlad and Capella. Alright, so I guess we'll go up here. And we'll go past the town. Actually, yeah, we'll pass the town hall. I guess we'll visit the town hall as well on our way over to Isidore Burica. And how's How's my character? How do I bring up my character? I can't remember. Sorry, everyone. I have to check. What's my character? P. How am I looking? I'm a little hungry. It's probably not. I probably don't need to worry about it yet. Hello, miss. You're standing there looking really angry. We know all about you. What's up? The soul and a halves got an opportunity to catch their breath. This is good. Now everybody will have the time to prepare. Otherwise, we'd have to mourn our boys, and the halves would be orphaned. Sounds like a gang. The soul and the halves. It's a catchy name. Notkin says it's because each of them has a familiar. A cat, a dog, a crow, or a grass snake. Half a soul more than a normal person, or a normal animal. I thought you locals believed that a normal person is supposed to have one soul. Isn't soul splitting only reserved to your steppe abominations by the local folklore? Are you nuts? The Shabnak don't have a soul at all. Although, perhaps Notkin has already done it. Has finally done it. He used to make fun of the old legends, taunted the steppe, played spirits. So perhaps the Shabnak came to show him his place. What do they do, those soul and a halves of yours? It's a lifestyle that's larger than life. If you join the soul and the halves, you have to adopt a pet. As you raise it, you change. Then, when it's grown, it gets the other way round. Your half begins to take care of you. And so you're always together, bound forever. And what if the animal dies? I don't know. No half has ever died before. What kind of soul and a half are you if your familiar can die? They wouldn't take you in the first place. Animal lifespan isn't that long. I'm going to act like a doctor who disbelieves in fairy tales, I suppose, as well. A nice doctor, but I'm not putting up with belief here, we'll say. Even though to me it's already pretty obvious that there is some real quantitative effect. Like this place seems like the sort of place that magic would exist in. Oh, that's interesting. I'm not on the map. Oh, I am in the map. Oh, I'm not at all where I wanted to be. You know what? I could really need use a compass. We're passing by a store up here. There's a store over here too. Let's see what this store is. A clothing store. I can't enter it from this side. Oh, this again. Okay. Everything will be fine, miss. Did I pass that one? No, it's right here. There's a shop right here. I might as well visit it while we're in the area. At least I think that's what it is. It's this building. Oh, okay. Another doctor's building. Oh, okay. And they look the same on the inside. The other medical facility looked exactly like this. Still selling the same thing. Tim, hover over the prices here. Oh, the egg's still worth $135, huh? Interesting. Well, I don't think I need any of that at the moment. Should I be taking like a pill a day, I wonder, to keep up my immunity? I guess I should be. found 3 more coins on the ground, too. That's an interesting mechanic. I guess people's pockets have holes in them or something. If there's this much coins lying around, no one's picking them up. The place doesn't look like it's very well off. We'll talk to this guy. Oh, how ferocious Mother Nature is. For 'tis her wrath that has come to be withstood. Oh, friend, if only I could wet my whistle. I'd gladly give you anything on earth in exchange for a gulp of chilly spring water. How about we barter? You'll have your water, and I'll have bandages. So he's selling a bandage for 5, and a tourniquet for 5. And the only thing he wants is water, but it's only worth 1 to him. Yeah, that's not gonna work. I have to trade 5 waters for a bandage. Do we get to keep the bottles, or do I give the bottles away? Like, do we let him drink all 5? It doesn't seem like a deal I'm willing to do at the moment. Lots of kids down in this section. Wow, a lot of kids. Hello. Wow, that's startling. What's wrong with you? Well, you know. Well, you know. I'm leaving the town soon. Do you know the train schedule? Hey, but will you revive Grandpa? When the game starts again, I'll ask him to make me a hunter. Who are you going to hunt? If Grandpa shows you how to hunt right, you can even catch a star. But you can only keep it for a while. Only while the game is on. And what are you playing? It's autumn, so we're playing Underground Bonfire. Do you know the rules? No, I don't. Hey, you, don't mess with us. We know a thing or two about life. Tell me about the Polyhedron. That's where the youngest Kane, Caspar, styled Khan, has fortified. There are more than 1,000 children up there now. Almost every child in town went to the Polyhedron, except for urchins, orphans, and the bold daredevils like me. Are they trying to tell me they live there? I'm sorry, are you trying to tell me they live there? Well, the older ones do. The younger kids just come by to play. But yesterday, everyone who's older than 3 and younger than 15 had a huge gathering there. They're hiding. From the parents? From fate, Bachelor. From fate. Yeah, you cannot hide from fate. What is this? A ruin. Oh, I passed right by the town hall, so we should visit that first. We are, after all, right in the area. Hello, little one. I've heard so much about you. Oh. You look cheerful. That's a good sight. Hello? Hello? No one here in the town hall at all. No books, no coins, nothing to search, no one to talk to. I didn't see the post office. Is this it? Oh, a jail. Where the dead are buried, apparently, or kept. Should I be in here? Can I catch a disease from the dead people? I wonder. Guess we'll be finding out soon enough since I walked in. I can't open up... Oh, I can open up at least one of the doors. Nothing in these cells. I'm going to let the dead lie here. It's good to know that they're there. Maybe a future day I'll search them. Where am I now? Okay, we want to go north. I do want to search that ruin, but I should make some progress on the quest that we have to do today. Oh, actually, is that another... That's a seamstress up ahead. Let's visit the seamstress first. It's now 10 o'clock. Hello. You certainly wear lots of different hats, don't you? You're working all the stores here, good sir. And the only thing you're selling is kerosene. You'll buy anything from me, and you buy stuff at the same prices. Tim, this is where that store was. Mark it on your map. You know, even though the people say the same thing, I do like the feeling of this town. There aren't too many people out and... about. Found 3 coins in the grass out here. It feels forlorn, this entire place. That building's barricaded on this side. Wonder what they're hiding over here. We'll take a quick peek. 10 coins on the ground there. Oh, hello. What does that mean? A pub. Andrew Stamonton's pub. We don't have to go in there yet. Another food store? Grocery? Grocery. I can't go in it on this side. Maybe they're closed for the day? Oh, this was like a seamstress, though. Oh, but it's totally not. What do we have today? A fresh fish! This fish was caught today or yesterday. This indicates that there is still live fish in the river, which inspires hope. Contains a lot of phosphorus and other useful nutrients. Some believe that consumption of fish stimulates the brain significantly. Bread. A piece of stale bread. Hard as a rock, but with no signs of mold. Unlikely to be dangerous, but rumor has it that it can be. Dried fish. The river has proved quite a few unpleasant surprises recently. This indicate a mass dying off of fish. Hundreds of dead fish have washed up during the past week. The banks are covered in scales. This has made the people wary of eating fresh fish, and now they now prefer preserved fish like this one. Oh, that's interesting. I think we'll definitely buy the cracker. Lemon. Citrus medica, a common lemon. They're shipped into the region via the Southwestern Railroad. A highly valuable fruit. Provides a rich supply of vitamins and reduces fatigue, but increases hunger. Increases immunity by a negligible amount. Lemons are considered a rarity in the region. I think we'll take another egg. Actually, Tim, you're spending all your money if you decide you want to do that. I should definitely buy crackers. They're so cheap. And if they give me recover some of my food, it'll be good to have paid so little to recover one of my statistics. I think we'll take a fish and we'll take a cracker, but that will do it. Another bottle. We're gonna be able to give all the drunks all the water they want. Now, where is that building? It is around. That's it, right there. Oh, but I can't make it from this side. Can I leap the fence? No mantling. So it's a small break in the fence on this other side. There's sneaking, but I don't think there's any sprinting in the game. I want to search these. Probably use all the water we can get. Another seamstress. While we're here, let's check it. I want to see if they sell anything different. It looks like they can sell different things after all, even though the medical facilities didn't. Hello? You do sell different things. You're selling some needles. Drapery. A piece of light fabric, a sheet, a tablecloth, or a cotton curtain. Used for moving around in infected areas in order to prevent accidental tactile contact with infected particles and surfaces. As a single-use item, it's usually thrown away before entering a building. Let's totally take that. I'm gonna buy a needle. That's the building we want. Oh, I thought there'd be an entrance on this side. There isn't any. I don't like hearing all the dogs barking. It makes me nervous for some reason. Oh, we're not getting this way either. Entrance must be on... what side? Okay. Just have to walk around. Hello, sir. So, here we are, once again. No one's asking us. Got a smoke? Take a look here. Can you repair this device for me? It keeps missing the target from 3 yards away. And sharpen this blade, too. 200 to repair our scalpel, but I'm gonna do it. It's the only weapon that we have. Alright, here we are. Oh, that's the building. It looks like it's, guarded. Get them while their shoes are on. Oh, you two guys look tough. Hello. A foul murder occurred here this night. No unauthorized access allowed. Inspecting the crime scene is strictly forbidden until further notice. Who was killed? Well, you're not a local, sir, so you're unlikely to understand the loss you've suffered. Isidore Burlica, a great surgeon, a benefactor to us all, and an all-around skilled doc. An outstanding man. Beloved and well-respected by us locals. Does it really always have to take the very best? What a foul time to live in. I knew him. I'm a doctor, too. Whoever killed our only doc must surely be looking to get us all killed. Isidore could cure anything. He also knew how to make cuts or incisions, because he was a warden. He knew his lines all right. Like I said, it all makes sense. Whoever killed Simon took Isidore's life, too. And this is merely the beginning. What makes you think the two cases are connected? Well, who would have the heart to attack such men? If you had asked me yesterday, I'd have told you no one would dare inflict such an ugly wound on this town. But if there is someone, it has to be just that, someone. Although it looks fishy, if you ask me. That thing was no man. That's what I think. Explain yourself. See, this murderless deal is all mysterious. There was a talon stuck in the victim's chest. Go ahead. Bend your arm at the elbow, good sir. Yeah. Like that. There you go. That's how long it was. It broke off. There was dust on the floor, for the deceased had been a renowned step walker, and the dust was all covered in hoof steps and, like, traces of sharp bone, I guess. As if someone was using a walking stick around there. I'm telling you, it's her. The Shabnak-Adur, the clay man-eater. I want to inspect the building. We've been assigned to this post by Alexander, the head of the Serbalov family. His house is in decline right now, but it's still powerful and very much respected. For it is they that's been responsible for maintaining worldly order and public safety in the town since the olden days. Please kindly address your concerns to him. There's their lord. You just take that road up there and get to the Cape. As for me, I'm not authorized to let you in. Should have said that from the start. Okay, yeah, we'll go right here then. The Stepwalker. I wonder if this means that there's people living out here somewhere. Maybe we could spend our time looking for that person instead. But this is our clue at the moment. So let's go here. To get there, I see all these gated, these look like fences, though I guess it's not quite up to date, our map. But I'm gonna guess we'll probably still, it'd be fastest for us to walk back around the way we came. I love the feel of this town. It is fantastic. Very creepy. Oh, creepy, I'm sorry, creepy is not the correct word. Foreboding, I think is. 11 o'clock. My goodness, time is going by so fast. I don't know how much hunger I have. How much hunger do I have? Like, how much hunger will an egg cure me of? I guess we'll wait till I'm like half hungry, if I can say that, and then I'll eat something to see how much it see if we heal all the way or just a little bit. Ah, sir, we saw you in the introduction as well.
The rabble is completely out of control. They must have been bottling up their lowly instincts for quite some time.
So, I finally get to see you. Yes. You really do look like a messenger of sorrowful times. In any case, welcome to the Rod. Our meeting is quite significant in a way. Facing the changes with open eyes and taking their first blow is my duty. Do you think we're on the verge of an especially unhappy era? No grim events have claimed our existence since last summer. Our country has cured its war wounds. Commercial communications have been repaired. Astrologists expect nothing ill. Do you hold astrologists' opinion in high regard? The movement of the planets has an obvious effect on our life. However, I do not think it's humanly possible to gain any profit from that.
I've got a firm hand.
So you've come to meet with Simon, haven't you? What can I do for you now? I was actually invited by Isidore, so I came to meet him first and foremost. But now it turns out that he's been murdered. Yes. Looks like the murderer is always one step ahead of you, doesn't it? The same one that took Simon's life, too. At least, that's the conclusion suggested by the information at my disposal. Same pattern. Same signature. Were there any traces? Look, I haven't been there myself. I'm quite content with interrogating suspects, especially since we already know who we're after. You can join the hunt, by the way. I can describe his features. Who is it, then? You wouldn't believe it. His own son. The fellow came back after being away for quite a while. His father had sent him to study surgery when he was but a greenhorn. Quite a lot he has learned, huh? A wandering scholar turned evil to the bone. All of that just to grab the inheritance. Wait, how did you figure that out? In all honesty, it's hard to explain to an outsider like you. Do you believe in such a thing as clairvoyance, Bachelor? No. Well, you should get to know my wife then. Or better yet, those who have already had opportunities to witness the power of her prophecies. Former doubters, first and foremost. Rationalists. She's got something to say to you, too, by the way. So your wife called out Isidore's son specifically? Not specifically, no. But it all adds up. And the circumstances of Simon's death makes you wonder, too. Isidore's son arrived here last night. The timing speaks against him. It even matches the time it takes to get from the Crucible to Isidore's house. What about the motive? He's the type that needs no motives. Students these days know nothing of virtue and ethics. And a medic, too. Humans are just hairless animals to them, or even a harmful virus infesting the environment. Cynical bastards. Oh, I do apologize. Didn't mean to offend you, even by extension. I see you like generalizations. I wouldn't be so quick to accuse the junior Burka. So, you'll keep looking for Isidore's murderer. I will. Is there anyone that can help me with that? There are very good analysts in this town. Everyone is more or less superstitious here, except for one Yulia Lurvicha, perhaps. A most level-headed and reasonable person, the only person who remains skeptical about Katarina's talents, too. Without a shadow of a doubt, she has her own picture of events. She always does. What is this, Yulia? Actually, it's exactly the person I need. But I still want to get into the house.
Her is trying to prove his innocence. It's a no-go.
Who are the people guarding Isidore's house? Those are volunteers patrolmen. We usually keep around 20 of them, but I've increased the number recently to 150 or so. Really? Why do you need so many? There's unrest in the cemetery. If it weren't certain that Isidore's been murdered by his son, I would even consider the crime to be politically motivated. Isidore was preparing to take over the kin and become its leader. At least, to the information I have. Your wife again? No. The source is a bit more straightforward this time. And you really shouldn't look down on my wife's talents with such skepticism. Although you'll come around soon. Hopefully your lack of faith won't end up being too costly for you. Time is running out. Where does the information come from then? I don't think you're aware of the fact that Isidore came to me last night, just after he had returned, and warned me there were some, ominous events ahead of us. I took that as an unofficial warning about his upcoming takeover. So you took measures. Evidently. I've mobilized the patrols. I see what you're implying, Bachelor, but I'm not insane. Engineering Isidore's murder, as a matter of fact, a strong independent kin under Isidore's rule would have been way more useful to me. Really? Why? Because that would weaken the power of the Honorable Vladislav Oglemeski, who's pocketed the economy of the whole town. He'd rather see the kin as a dumb and speechless herd. And come to think of it, well, I'm sure you understand where I'm going with this. I do.
My chest hurts.
I still want to get into that house. Do you have any weapons? No. I've just finished distributing the remaining weapons to patrolmen sent to the Bone Stake lot. Rumor has it, something's brewing there. The rabble are trying to catch some man-eater, all agog. But even if I had weapons, I wouldn't give any to you. Why in the world should I? Something's brewing. What exactly? They're going to lynch a woman, I think. There's this superstition circulating among the people, a myth of a man-eater from the steppe, a creature called a Shabnakadur. Supposedly can only take female form, even though it's made up of all sorts of filth. Where are my patrolmen, though? Where is this lot? The Bone Steak lot is located somewhere among the back alleys, right in the middle of Earth, between the Tanners and the Skinners districts. It used to be a huge dump, and before that, the mob had used it for their barbaric gatherings. Some time ago, they reclaimed the dump and revived the tradition. Is this the best description you can offer? It won't be easy to find the place. You want to see the man-eater too? Don't. Those are just dirty rumors, most likely. Or you'll find some poor victim of a frenzied mob there. That's what the patrolmen are for. As for a better description, you can look for a huge upright boulder standing there since the beginning of time. A Neolithic artifacts. I see. My thanks to you.
My chest hurts. Can it be conscience?
Nothing. Okay, so we can't persuade him to let us into Isidore's house. Maybe it won't be guarded at night? I think this is where we want... no, you want to go the other direction, Tim. The bridge is in the other direction. I don't think we want to go swimming quite yet. There's an opening, it looks like, in the gate on the other side of the structure. Maybe we can see his wife if we go into the other entrance, if there is another entrance.
The wheel of my fortune has touched me in a dream. It's true. The girl has proven that she's a saint, not a killer.
The only proper way for a duel to end is with the death of one of the fighters. That's what battles are supposed to be. Any conflict that has two sides inevitably turns into a battle of good and evil. Why are you telling me this? I'm not speaking metaphorically or metaphysically. I'm talking about a very particular battle. You are one of the combatants, Bachelor Denzovsky. Do you favor good or evil? I favor winning. Spoken like a true warrior. I truly wish you victory, Bachelor. Even though I doubt there can be a victory at all in this battle. Thank you.
The wheel of my fortune has touched me in a dream.
You are a brave man, Bachelor Dankovsky. You're overestimating my virtues. This fight is very unlikely to end in your favor. Does a clay and bone man-eater leave traces of the kind you've witnessed? It's only a spell, an illusion. They just prefer to see it this way. It makes it easier for them. What man-eater? I'm sorry to break it to you, but you will have to fight to the death. Even if it were a metaphor, the ending is still unambiguous. If you don't find out what happened before nightfall, you will die. How do you know all this? I am clairvoyant. And what's the nature of your visions? This should not be your primary concern at the moment. You should concern yourself with the number of minutes you have left, and that number is dwindling. Don't throw predictions around. Others will tell you how often they have come true. Do heed my words. Time will tell.
Simon, to tame his impertinence, Earth had disgorged a monster from deep within its bowels.
Oh, the torment. I can't bear it. Do you also think Simon Kane's death was unnatural? No, not at all. How could someone who had absorbed all our blood not die? A single man cannot handle that. There are limits to a living being's fatality. and there were limits to the world's patience. Absorbed, Simon used to drink human blood? Simon transformed our town into a single whole, a living being. He was the heart, and we were the blood running through the town's veins. We radiated his light, and that's why we used to shine so brightly. The bound are actually bound to Simon. But who could have killed him? Who is to blame for his death? Even if someone did have something to do with it, is that person worth blaming? Most likely, they didn't even realize they were killing someone. Yes, that's how it was. Now I see very clearly. Oh, yeah, you're clairvoyant. That does not sound at all like she's blaming Isidore whatsoever. I'm gonna go confront the other guy really quick with that. Technically, she's not wrong. If we don't find him before nightfall, we will die. But we'll die if we find him before nightfall. Everyone dies eventually.
I've got a firm hand.
I have a painful leg. Sorry, that wasn't that funny, Tim. Alright, so, let's go across the river and talk to the other person. I think that's the building we want. Yep. I'll say this, I do feel the pressure, knowing that there is this clock ticking. I feel it. I feel like we are under a lot of pressure to get this done. Fill 3 bottles with water. That's the structure we want. We'll search that one weird looking ruin when we're done with this, I think. It's a ruin. You gotta search it. You have to. It's that stalker impulse in me. Make sure Timmy can find the way out of here. Oh, you know what? Everyone's reading this book. Interesting artwork everyone has. Very macabre, I think is the term.
This girl is a changeling. She's not the murderer.
I seem to have lost any capacity for observation. My mind is out of tune. Things no longer add up. Before, I had no trouble forming a trustworthy tessellation out of the most imperceptible contingencies. Now I simply cannot get my head around it. Could it be that I'm dying? It happens when people are tired. You probably haven't slept for a while, have you? Oh no. Herba tervene is in blossom, I grant you, but then it blooms every year. Every year the steppe is filled with its stupefying vapors. The issue I'm having, however, has nothing to do with fatigue or perplexity. It's just I've lost my ability to make distinctive events coincide. What herb is that? No matter what preternatural traits the locals ascribe to it, Twire is all heady aroma, a bunch of superstitions, and remarkably little else. It has psychoactive properties after a fashion, but then so does simple wormwood. Visions caused by ingestion of belladonna or jimson weed are much more fascinating than what Twire has to offer. Belladonna, the only thing I know about belladonna is I think that plant is poisonous. So is jimson weed, I think. It's a pity I'm not a botanist.
My chest seems to be filled with cotton wool.
She sounds like she's sick. So you've traveled all the way here only to find that both people you wanted to see were brutally murdered. Is that how the story goes? I do hope that your visit is not in any way related to these most unfortunate circumstances. I have yet to find whoever it is that killed Isidore and Simon, and I wanted to ask for your help. Saburov told me you have a gift for all manner of investigative inquiry, but it sounds like the first statement she was making to us is that she can't do it anymore. Something's wrong with her mind. I am certainly no better investigator than you. I never had a chance to search for a murderer before. The best I can offer is to fill in the blanks with whatever mysterious supernatural entities seem most fitting. Shabnakadir is the simple man's scarecrow. I would have followed a different narrative. Well, what kind of narrative? Consider the circumstances of his death. They said Simon had locked himself up in the evening and consequently died in the morning inside the mansion, in a chamber with some peculiar name. In this case, I would suggest that Simon was poisoned by the Kanes, I would have thought. But I know their family all too well. Their mutual loyalty is only rivaled by their arrogance towards anyone who is not one of them. They hold the princely sage who stands at the head of their family in highest esteem. They believe that a single dishonorable act will tarnish their name for generations to come. I doubt any of them would have stooped to do this, no matter whether they wanted to or not. Poisoned. And how did you arrive at this conclusion? I don't believe you understand what he died in focus really implies. Do you know what the Kanes refer to as focus? You don't seem to grasp the semantics of the term. These are the Kanes for you. These kinds of innuendos are their forte. Well, what is the focus then? The focus is anything but an abstraction. Quite the opposite, in fact. It is governed by mathematically rigid regularities. You see, no one but the owner of a focus may get inside. This can only mean that Simon had brought the killer with him, or rather, within him, since no physical object may be brought into focus either. How do you know that? Who doesn't? The Kanes are notoriously passionate about all manner of synthetic anomalies. They will never pass up the opportunity to devise a Kunststück that would allow them to warp space, challenge physics, or manipulate optics. Metaphysically, a focus can be compared to a camera obscura. Do note that the name is not unfitting. No, it's entirely impossible for someone to get inside. And you're also not allowed to eat or drink. But that makes one suspect foul play in regard to Isidore's death. He had been stabbed, after all. Stabbed does not even begin to describe it. Stanka Rubin told Lara that Isidore was slaughtered by some object resembling a humongous razor-sharp talon. What a riveting case. No wonder some people will start talking of steppe monsters made of assorted bones. What, a claw-like object? Such was the topography of the wound, according to Rubin. Neither Laura nor me are quite able to... Wow. I can't pronounce it. I can't pronounce it. A term like this. You should speak with him directly if you want to know the details. Make haste if you want to get a hold of him. Rubin is eager to join Simon as soon as possible. No pun intended. Where is Rubin at the moment? Mourning his master, I think. They were very close. Did you investigate Isidore's house yet? Yes, but they won't let anyone in there. Is that so? Well, this does introduce a different perspective. Did you say Isidore was the last person to see Simon? The question is, who did he see before? The sun had not yet set when Isidore returned from the steppe. However, he came to Simon well after midnight. The question naturally arises, where did he spend the missing few hours? That is why I'm trying to trace Isidore's steps. I want to walk the same route. Don't get me wrong, though. Was Isidore seen with Subarov by any chance? He was. He warned Subarov of an upcoming storm. All right. Let me suggest, then, that while he was in the steppe, he saw or learned something that he wanted to report to all three ruling families. In this case, either of the Olgimsky family should have been on his itinerary, especially since Burke was one of their own men. Really? Definitely. The Bull Project, from the abattoir to the railway, is controlled by the Olgimsky family. If Isidore's discovery had anything at all to do with the kin, Isidore would have certainly relayed it to Vlad. So do make sure to pay a visit to the Lump. That's the name of the Olgimsky mansion. Another fitting name, wouldn't you agree? Thank you, Yulia. What would I do without you? I guess while we're there, we can look for the one lady? Wait, the one lady who's being accused of being the, Stepwalker? But I think we've been playing close to an hour already, everyone, so I'm going to drop the map, cut the recording really quick, and check on my video. Give me a few seconds, and if we've been playing for an hour, I will probably stop. So give me a few seconds. Oh, I'm good. Yeah, we have been playing for almost an hour, like 57 minutes. So I'm going to stop here, everyone. Thank you guys for watching. When I come back, we will try to make more progress trailing whoever murdered these two. I will see you guys then. Take care, everyone, and thanks again for watching.